Alright, we get to play first. Yeah, that's fine. Would be nice to have an untapped land, but being able, I think, to scry into a third land and then get Serpent or Grazer plus Gem Razor going is good enough. Alright, there we go. So we'll go... Oh, interesting. It's mono green Stompy, perhaps? Gem Razor can do a number on Ginger Brute. Is there a consideration to be made for running out a 1/1 Stone Coil here? Don't believe there is. We're going to mutate onto the Grazer next turn anyway. So I'd rather have this as maybe a large creature for the future. If we didn't have a mutate target, I would run it out. Ooh, Sir Farron. This is an aggressively slanted green deck for sure. Alright, well, we're going to try to get rid of some of the targets for Sir Farron to pump up. And yeah, we're going to race here. I know they have pump spells in general when they play Sir Farron, so might get blown out by blocking anyway. Let's get in the damage while we can. And if we can hit a fourth land and get the Questing Beast going, that should put us in a good spot. Alright, so hit our land. I think we're attacking with both. Again, Giant Growth on Barkhide Troll is kind of annoying. Get to pick off our Gem Razor for 1 mana. But I also don't feel like we can just sit back and not attack, especially because they're going to have more untapped mana on their turn, plus be able to pump with Sir Farron. So we're going to risk it for the biscuit here. Did feel like they had priority for a second though. Alright, let's think it through. If they do have Giant Growth, they get to eat Gem Razor with it. Could also trade for Questing Beast, which is not that bad. But that does mean then that they're not casting it on their turn and getting in for a ton of damage. I guess the only way we're playing around is if we attack with Questing Beast and then don't block with Gem Razor, only block with Questing Beast on Sir Farron. Okay, I've convinced myself. We're going to have Ronis potentially coming down as well. So the ability to pump up the Gem Razor, which has Trample, can be really relevant. So I think we block Sir Farron here. I guess they can combo off... Okay, they just their own Questing Beast. I like the looks of that. I'm going to say they could combo off with like a Giant Growth and a Ram Through. We hit our untapped land. Ooh, so close. I was going to say we're in really good shape. I don't think we want that one. Nah. Alright, so I feel like we're supposed to swing with both here. Play a 4/4 Stone Coil. This keeps the pressure on them and limits their potential to have an insanely large turn with Sir Farron plus pump spells. I will take out the Barkhide Troll just because with no other creatures currently out, Sir Farron's a lot less threatening. Alright, got a Stone Coil of their own. Start Slamming some Ronuses, though. We've got them to the wall. Could probably trade off our Ronus here, since we do have a second one. If they ram through Ronus, yeah, just a mild nuisance. Okay, so this is interesting. I kind of think they do have ram through. So I'm tempted to hold off on the second Ronus here. Try to mutate onto the Serpent. If they ram through the Serpent, we still get the Great Horn. Then we can attack in with Ronus. Yeah, I like this. We can also grab Umori with our other 3 mana. Just trying to see if there's some way we lose to a crackback here. I guess like Titanic Growth 6 plus 11 is exactly lethal. No, but they need to block with 2 things here. Yeah, they need ram through plus Titanic Growth. Can't play around everything. Alright, so there's Giant Growth. But that means they're not using it to pump up the squad for insane damage at least. So I think we just run out Ronus and keep the original Ronus for lethal. So keep this one. And get in there. Whew, exciting. Alright, so mono green Stompy, huh? Feels like Thrashing Brontodon is good. We saw several artifact targets, and it's a good blocker for the early plays. Let's bring those in. Bone Crusher lines up very well with Sir Farron. Could also pick off some of their early plays. Hydra can both fight and get out of range. Do we want Ember's Shieldbreaker? If they are playing Stonecoil Serpents post-board, Shieldbreaker is a really nice answer to that. So that's 10 cards we're potentially bringing in. We can cut a land, but we still have 9 other cuts to make. 4 of them are Shifting Ceratops. Leaves us with 5 more cuts. Cut some of the top end here. It's possible Shieldbreakers are a little bit unnecessary with both Brontodon plus Gemrazor. And one last cut. I like Ravage Horn for its ability to fight most of their creatures. I'm gonna cut one Great Horn, I think. We trimmed our top end, so a little bit less ramp kind of makes sense. That last cut was a really difficult choice. All right, we're gonna keep this. We got some early acceleration and interaction, not to mention a creature that scales well. Yeah, I want to keep hitting land drops here. Okay, so probably just getting Raptor down makes sense. Unlocks Questing Beast next turn. So we can Questing Beast to trade with the Lovestruck Beast. We're not really attacking through it anytime soon. I think I'm fine offering a 1-for-1 trade here. Could be one of those times where having Umori also really comes in handy. If we're trading 1-for-1 with their stuff, being able to grab an 8th card is quite nice. Oh, Questing Beast of their own. Alright. Can double stomp the Questing Beast attack with the Raptor. Seems reasonable. Yeah. Let's do this. Do we really want to trade 2-for-1 right now? Yeah, I think we're at a high enough life total still that makes sense. Alright, then we can start landing some Bone Crusher Giants. Okay, second Questing Beast, so we were going to block that with the Raptor anyway. We would have blocked the 1-1, so we took 1 extra damage. Alright, but they are almost out of gas over there. Okay, so I believe the plan is Bone Crusher, Raptor, attack with the Raptor. We have to order this correctly, because otherwise they would eat the Bone Crusher Giants. And we can follow up with a really large Stone Coil Serpent, which will effectively shut down the Lovestruck Beast. What do they have here? Okay, Lovestruck Beast plus Bark Hydro. Okay. And they are out of gas. So let's scry here. Love the looks of Ravager Worm at this point in the game. And we have no good attacks, but we can play a very large Stone Coil Serpent. So we have 5 untapped mana and a discount of 2, so we have a 7/7 Stone Coil. Then next turn what we can do is we can Ravager Worm with a +1/+1 counter on it and have it take out the Lovestruck Beast, opening up all sorts of good attacks. We can ram through that with the Questing Beast, if that's what they drew. Alright. Let's go with our plan, though. We are going to be throwing this away to the Raptors, because the fight plus the Raptors triggers will get it, but clearing out the Lovestruck Beast so we have a bunch of good attacks is worth it. And they can ram through in response. Rash, okay, yeah. Similar idea. Alright, so if we attack with the Stone Coil, that's not great. They can just throw Lovestruck Beast plus Barkhide Troll in front. That's not a good trade for us. So we gotta hold off a little bit longer. Looking to find Ronus or a Enra's Forerunners would be very nice. Okay. So now the question is, grab and play Umori or play out in 9/9 Stone Coil Serpent? I like grab and play Umori. The larger we can make the Stone Coil Serpent, the less likely they're going to be able to profitably block or interact with it. And yeah, Enra's Forerunner, definitely the ideal draw at this point of the game. Alright, so we can throw down a 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10 Stone Coil. Don't mind if I do. And now we're getting to a point where if they aren't able to find something soon, we might just be able to swing in with everything and push through lethal that way. Stone Coil having trample is incredibly nice. Alright. So let's scry first. Feels like they might have some sort of removal spell here. It might also just be tallying up. No, it was holding. Okay, so they have something. I guess they could always just activate Garen Break so we could hold priority for that too. Okay, so let's see. We got 17 trample damage right now. And then a bunch of other potential attackers. If we swing with everybody and they don't have a removal spell, they've got to soak up some of that trample damage. They could block here, 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 here. They just don't soak up enough trample damage doing it that way. Feels a little safer to just attack with the 2 Stone Coil Serpents and then swing with everybody next turn. So while I do think we have lethal if they have nothing... Oh. They're saying they have something. Looks like Ram through on, I guess, a Stone Coil Serpent. Don't think they should be... Unless they're bluffing. It's kind of a clever bluff. As I say, I don't think they should do that now. They should let us attack first, but they might be trying to deter us from attacking with everything. That's funny. Alright, so we throw the 10-10 in there and the 7-7. They can block like that. They're taking a ton of damage. Yeah, this is good. This is good. We just have very good attacks on our future turns, even though we're losing our tramplers. I even throw out the Grazer. I think that having... Oh, this was very dumb. I'm feeding the Raptors here. I got so caught up in calculating different combat math there. Forgot about the double Raptor trigger. But it shouldn't matter at this point. We're very far ahead. But yeah, we are going to intentionally feed the Raptors this time because now we've got a ton of 4-power attackers forcing through some lethal damage here. Even I guess technically they could ram through here and they survive at 2, but We got him. It's funny, the ram through bluff.